Hey there, so today's video is all about motivation. And I know I hound on this all the time, but that's because it is so important to achieving your results, is to have consistent motivation so that you show up every single day the way that you want to show up. However, so my interest with health coaching really is rooted down into body image perception. I went to school, I got my my master's degree in studying body image perception and how the way that you feel about your body influences the types of activities you feel like you can or you can't participate in. So specifically, I was looking at, okay, how does body image perception, so the way that you feel about your body, influences your desire to participate in exercise? And then I also threw in how looking at social media influences that as well, but I won't talk about that today because that's a little bit too much. But it really was looking at, okay, body image and exercise participation. Because my background, my personal experience with this is, so I had horrible body image perception. I felt horrible, not horrible about myself, but I really did. Every time that I looked in the mirror, I was like, why am I not thinner? Why am I not more in shape? Why am I not more athletic looking? Why does the way that I feel inside, why is that not reflective of what I'm seeing in the mirror all the time? Or like, I'm participating in exercise, why am I not seeing the results? And so I kept looking, so that was I wondered why is that? Why is that when I'm focusing on exercise, the more I focused on exercise and the more that I participated in exercise, the worse I actually started to feel about my body. And I was like, what is going on here? I'm trying to improve how my body looks, but by trying to improve that and participating in exercise, I actually felt worse about my body because I wasn't seeing the results. And so that was one of my questions of going into grad school of, okay, why is that? By focusing on exercise and participating in exercise, why did I feel so much worse about my body? And the more that came, when I was doing the research, the literature research, I was researching, okay, what are motivations to participate in exercise and how does body image perception influence those motivations? And what came up was the type of motivation that you have to participate in exercise is everything. Everything. The type of motivation that you have is crucial towards exercise participation and continuing in exercise participation and the perception of your body. So there's two types of motivation that kept coming up in the literature. So one being functional-based motivation and the other being appearance-based motivation. So functional-based motivation is very health-focused. So it can range from you just wanting to increase your fitness levels or increase your energy and your mood throughout the day, or even just you want to you enjoy the activity and what you're participating in. So those are very functional-based. Appearance-based motivation is all about appearance. So it's you want to lose weight, you want to tone your body, you want to look a certain way, you want to feel more beautiful, you want to lose the weight and feel like you are a beautiful person. So that is if you are just participating in exercise because you want to look a certain way, that is absolutely detrimental towards your body image perception and your participation in exercise. Because studies have actually shown that if you are participating in a appearance-based motivation, you're less likely to stay with that exercise, regardless of any health or fitness improvements that you make. So you can lose the weight, you can lose 20, 50 pounds, but if it's rooted in this appearance-based motivation, you're less likely to keep participating in that. So that was like mind-blowing for me of you can see changes in your body and you can get the results that you're wanting, but if it's still rooted in appearance-based motivation, you're less likely to continue exercising and participating in that. And you're actually less likely to have a positive affiliation for your body type. It's so hard for us not to be so appearance-based motivation, because look at everything that the health and wellness industry is throwing at us. It's, lose weight, the before and after pictures. Come on. That's number one of, participate this so you can go from looking here to looking like this. That's saying that's the result that you should want and that you should have. And that's or even look at, okay, exercise. of, oh, do this exercise, lift this weight, do this exercise to tone your arms, to get the abs, to increase how big your butt is. Like, every messaging out there is really focused on your appearance. And especially, especially for women, but it's also for men too, of bulk up like this, do this, I want to look a certain way. Like, I was recently just watching, I was participating in an exercise video, and the person said, like, do this, like, I do this workout because I want to look good all the time. And just having those words around us is so detrimental. Studies have shown time and time again how detrimental that is to our well-being, to our body image perception, and our ability to continue participating in exercise. So if you struggle with exercise motivation or continuing to exercise daily or weekly or monthly, you have to look at your why. You have to, because studies have shown your why is everything. The motivation behind exercise is everything. So that's the first thing that I use when I have a client. I'm like, okay, we need to figure out a why that's bigger than just appearance. Because it can start with, you want to lose weight. It can start with that. But we need to figure out, okay, what's important about losing weight for you? And you need to go deeper than just, I just want to look good. You have to go. You have to, like, if anything, if you don't work with a coach, if you don't work with me, if anything, but you're like, well, 2021 is gonna be the best year for my health. Like, that's like, let's just promise myself that now. You have to do the deep personal development work to get there and find a why that's bigger than just your appearance. And so what I do with my clients, and what's really great with having a coach, and I'm like, you don't have to have a coach if you just have the diligency to do this practice. So take 15 to 20 minutes, and it's so simple, but it's simple for a reason where not a lot of people are gonna do it because they're like, well, this is too simple. Sit down and you have to ask yourself, why is this important for me? So if your goal is to lose 10, 15 pounds, is to lose weight, is to look this certain way, ask yourself, okay, what is important about that for me? Why is it important for you to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds? So then I have my clients like draw out a ladder, honestly. Okay, like let's start at the bottom ring and put in lose 10, 15, 20, whatever pounds that is for you, or whatever your appearance-based motivation, put that right there. And so then ask yourself, okay, what is important about that for me? And then answer that and put that on the ring above. All right, so let me just draw this out for you guys really fast, to be honest. Because I'm a very visual learner, so I know there are other visual learners out there. Not the best drawing, but you guys, this is so simple, just do this. And I know if you're rolling your eyes at like, okay, whatever, Katie, like, then go do it. So you start off with your appearance-based motivation. So start off and answer that here. Say, okay, what is important about that to me? Let's climb this ladder. You put it right there. And then you ask yourself again, what is important about that to me? Climb the ladder again. And keep asking yourself until, well, you can keep drawing this ladder, honestly, until the top part right here, that is the most important thing that you could possibly be focusing on right now. Like, it has to be so important to you, and then really align with your personal values as well and your family values. Like, this needs to be everything for you. And so that it takes work and it takes time, and it's so simple to do, yet a lot of the times people don't do the simple work to get, and that's where you get the results that you want, is to do just this simple practice. And like, actually write it down, because you might be watching this video and say, okay, like, yeah, no, I have a good why, Katie. But do you? Like, write it down, because you are more likely to remember things when you write them down. And then just kind of seeing and visualizing that and say, okay, is this the most important thing? And having that be in your hand and be in a piece of paper, like, that is so impactful. So I'm really like, this is such a simple practice, but not a lot of people do it. And do you then, so if you have your big why, do you have that at the forefront of your day every single day? every single day. Not just like, okay, I kind of do. Like, it has to be every single day. And so another tactic that I have my clients do is put in anchors throughout the day. And so what anchors are visual reminders of your big why. So that big star. So I call it your MOFA, or your motivating factor. But having visual reminders everywhere in your house, everywhere in your car, on your phone, on your laptop, physically on you, you have to have reminders that say, okay, I'm signifying that this is my motivating factor. So that when you're going about your day and going through your habits that are ingrained in you, these are pattern interrupters of, oh, am I in alignment with my MOFA right now? Like, did I exercise today? And if you didn't, okay, why did my motivating factor, my big why did that not motivate me to work out today? And if it didn't, then your why needs to be bigger. And I do want to preface it, this doesn't have to be around exercise right now, because I know right now is a hard time. It's a hard season of pandemic is still happening, and gyms are still shutting down, and you are not I was just talking to someone the other day of how it's really hard right now to move our bodies. For some reason, there's just such deep, hard things going on with us right now. And so for us, it's just, okay, your why needs to be deep enough that you live every single day that you feel proud with. So it doesn't have to be around exercise all the time, but you do need to have, if you are struggling with your appearance and your body image perception, you need to have a bigger why and figure out activities that get you out of that mentality of you focusing on your appearance all the time. So if you started in this pandemic and you're like, you know what, I have more time at home, I'm gonna focus on my health and well-being and to lose the weight that I've been wanting to lose for a while. If that's been your goal and if that's been your mindset, but it's been rooted in your appearance, that's the one thing I want you to change right now, is to get that out of not focusing on your appearance anymore and focus in on a bigger why for you. So then when you wake up and you don't feel like working out, you don't have that spiraling shame going on of oh, why can't I just do this? Why am I such a lazy person? Why do I not show up the way that I want to? And instead, if your why is bigger, one, hopefully you're more likely to participate in the activities that you want to be participating in, like exercise. But then two, if your why is really big, for instance, my big why is I want to work out every single day so that I have the energy to run my business and do ambitious, audacious things for my business. But if I wake up one day and say, I am exhausted, I don't feel like working out, then I go through, okay, do you need to rest today, Katie? Are you okay with taking today off? And it's not this spiraling shame of, God, you're so fat. Why don't you do this? You are so lazy, just do this. Is that does that make sense? I want you to get out of this appearance-based motivation and into more of a functional-based motivation, because it is so much easier to participate in high energy activities and things that you want to participate in when it is functional-based motivation and when you have a really strong and deep why. So today, go through, figure out your why. And if you are that appearance-based motivated person and you can't get yourself out, just talk to me. I went to school for this. I started a business on this. Talk to me. I have a free coaching session of just, if you need a little bit of help, if you need a little bit of a push, just hit me up. This is why I do what I do and my passion. So I want to help you the best way that you possibly can. So guys, go all in, figure out your why, and maintain that motivation so that you are living your best life every single day. Because I know you can. I know you're a beautiful, wonderful, exceptional woman. So live that day every single day.